Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm kind of trying out a new type of video. So as most of you probably know, I am an independent Creative Memories advisor, and if you know how multi-level sales work, then I fall under an upline. And then being under one upline, I'm on a team with all of the other advisors that fall under her as well. So our team has been given a challenge, and that's to come on here on Tuesday and start this series called Try It Tuesday. And what it's going to be about is we find something on like the Creative Memories blog, or something from the virtual crop, or maybe something that we saw on a Creative Memories YouTube channel, and then we try it out. We try making it, and we share that with all of you. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to commit to every Tuesday. I'm just going to try it out a couple Tuesdays this month and see how it goes. If you already follow me on my Facebook page, you know that I do over there on Facebook, I do a workshop Wednesday, and I'd like to keep that up. So I don't know if I'm gonna really have the time to do Tuesdays on YouTube and Wednesdays over at Facebook, but I am gonna commit to 2 this month and see how it goes. And moving forward, we'll see what you guys think. If you like it, please let me know in the comments, or by clicking the like button. That would really help me to know if this is something that I should be focusing on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try this border, and I'm going to pop a picture right here. And I found this Bumblebee Punch display on Creative Memories YouTube channel when they were advertising the punch when it first came out. Now this punch is currently out of stock, but it will be back in stock in September. But anyway, I couldn't find directions for this border, and you'll see there's 2 of them, and we are going to work on the one on the left-hand side. Okay, and I couldn't find directions for this anywhere, and I even on the YouTube video asked where I could find the directions, and somebody from Creative Memories wrote back and said they're going to be appearing on the blog soon. But the more I looked at the border, I felt like I could probably put it together myself. So I'm going to do that today, and we'll see if we like it, and see if we could recreate this. And so I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to try it out. I've used in the their video is they use the Endless Meadows collection, and this comes with a designer paper pack as well as a tone-on-tone paper pack. And I'm going to try and follow exactly what they have there in the picture. Okay, so what they have is they used 1 piece from the tone-on-tone paper, and it's this dark green with the dark green butterflies. And on the back side is this blue wavy stripe kind of look. Okay, and we are going to use both sides of that. Then these next 2 papers came from the designer paper pack, and it's this one that has green, purple, and yellow kind of smudgy dots. It has green grass on the back, but we're going to use this top part. And then we're just going to use a small piece of this yellow swirly watercolory look. There's yellow flowers on the back. Okay, but we're going to use the yellow side. Okay, so let's get started and see what we can do. Let's kind of dive into the border itself. So if you look closely at it, once I kind of dissected it a little bit, I saw that it basically has 3 layers. And what they did was they used this outside wave of the decorative trimmer. This is an older version of the decorative trimmer. It's the same, but they do still currently sell this. Okay, so let's look at that border a little more closely. So basically it's 3 layers, and they just kind of nest one on top of the other. And what I liked about that is they used a darker piece on the bottom. Okay, so as I go through, I'm going to label them. So it's going to be the bottom piece, the middle piece, and the top piece, okay? So for the bottom piece, it looks to me like they picked the darkest color. So it's gonna be this dark green with the butterflies. And then for the middle piece, they used a lighter color, which is gonna be the back side of the butterflies, okay? And then the top piece is what I like to call where you would put your primary piece, or the piece that you want to kind of highlight on your page, or maybe you would even say it's your prettiest piece of paper, okay? And so this one would be on the top because we want it to stand out, and everything else is going to get covered up a little bit. Okay, so let's start with the bottom piece, okay? And that's going to be this green one. And we'll bring in our decorative trimmer. So in the picture there, it looks like a 2.5 inch border, but I thought that was going to be a little bit too big for my page, and I kind of like borders a little bit more on the dainty side. So I'm going to go with 2.25 inch. Okay, so I'm going to line it up here. I'm using this outside wave, so I put the 2.25 marking. Now on this older version of the decorative trimmer, it's kind of hard to see the markings, but on the newer one, that is much easier to read. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let me scoot up so you guys can see, and let's do it. Okay, and there's our first one. Let's put it aside. Now I need to turn it over because I want to do the other side. We can trim this off and do it, but I'm just gonna, for time's sake, just gonna flip it over. And now this one I want to do in the online version. I think it's a 2 inch, but I'm gonna do 1 3/4 inch, which is right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Pull that out. Slide this in here. And it'll go something like that. You'll see they have just a little piece sticking out over here of the green. And then that part's gonna have a little border element as well. Okay, we're done with this one for now, so let's put that aside. Bring in our decorative piece, our pretty piece, right? And then this one, I'm gonna use 1 inch. And again, you kind of wanna just, base it on the amount of photos that you want on your page, how big you want your border. You can certainly go bigger than this, and even smaller, I guess, if you really wanted to. Okay. And there we go. Yep, you see, I think, let's bring this back in. I think I maybe want to go a little bit bigger on this and go 1.5 inches. Let's try it with 1.5 inches and see if we like it better at 1.5 inches. Okay, I think it's a little too small at 1 inch. Yep. Yep. I like that one much better. If you haven't seen this paper pack, I have an unboxing video. It's a National Scrapbook Day unboxing. You can go take a look at this paper pack. It's very beautiful. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And adhere this together. Okay, get my repositional just in case. When I'm making borders, I do like to use the repositional only because if I have to move it. So I want a very small amount here, like 1/4 inch poking through on that side. And then on this one, I'm going to take this and put it up right at the edge here. The very edge, like that. So it has quite a bit more showing than the green. Okay, and then it has 5 bumblebees. So let's get out our bumblebee punch, and we will punch out 5 black bumblebees. Actually, in the border, I mean, this is a bumblebee punch, but I'm pretty sure those are going to be fireflies when we're done here. There's one. So they have it, you know, something like you can put on as many as you want and however you want, but something like this, they're just kind of flying around. I'm just gonna alternate one going that direction, one going that direction, and then kind of just keep alternating that until we have the 5 on there. So like I said, these are going to be fireflies. So I'm gonna bring in my old smaller circle punch. I'm going to use this 1-inch circle and bring in the yellow that I showed earlier, and I'm going to punch 5 of those. Okay, let's put our border back where you can see it. Okay, and then that's gonna go right underneath the body of the bee. So each one will have a little glow. It's very cute. I like it. This is, you know, obviously a great spring page. Okay. So it'll go something like that. That's perfect. Now, before I adhere those, you'll see in the sample there that they have a border sticker running straight down right here. Well, funny thing is I did not get the border strips with this kit because when I ordered it, I just got the sticker sheet, and on this particular kit, they made a whole pack of stickers, whole pack of border stickers, and I didn't want that many border stickers, so I don't have those. So I thought, okay, I ran to my stash to see if I possibly had something similar, and of course I didn't, so I have to improvise. So what I did was I liked the honeycomb pattern that they used, and so what I thought was I made this from the honeycomb border making punch. So if you have that, I'm having trouble with this one, won't stay on. Put a little more adhesive on the back. So what I did was, okay, so let me show you what this is gonna look like. And this is just my sample. I'll show you how I did this. So yeah, it doesn't look exactly like it does in the photo, but I think it's a pretty good second, right? So, and then I'll put my fireflies back on there as such. So let me show you how I did that. First I took the border making system and I put the honeycomb punch in there. I just used a piece of white cardstock. Put it in the guide, put the arm down, the tray back. And if you don't know how to use this, once you insert the cartridge in to the housing, it clicks in and you line up the notches, the little teeth on the bottom nestle in there, and then you just push it down to punch it, okay? Okay, and you can see I moved it a little bit. Of course, when you're on camera, it moves. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Then what I did was I just clipped off one whole row. First I took the little knobs off the bottom and the top, and then I just went straight down the middle, as close to the center as you can, to give 2 strips of honeycombs. Now if you have the border strips that came with this collection, you'll see the border strip right there on the, and go ahead and use that. But if you've already used it or you want to try this out, then it made 2. Okay, then what I did was I took a thin piece of yellow. We use our same piece here. And I cut it, if you look on the trimmer, there's like a little ridge right here. So I just lined the edge of the paper up in that little ridge. It's not really a marking, it's just where the next guide starts, but it gave me the perfect fit paper. And then here is the little bit of a tedious part. Let's see. Repositional on each of the little honeycomb sections. Okay, and if you can, maybe try and keep it to the center. Now you'll see I got a little bit thin. When I made my sample, I took more of my time and it came out much better. This one I'm doing on film, so of course it didn't come out as good. So then what I did was I turned it around and I just lined up and I just covered up the back of each one with the paper, the yellow paper, and snipped it off. And then just did that all the way down. So it seems a little tedious, but it actually doesn't take that long. One more here. Now let me clip off this little piece right in there. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you watch the whole thing because I will use the sample that I made earlier, but that's how I did that. Okay, so yeah, it's not the exact as the what they had in the sample, but I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so let me go ahead and adhere this onto the border. Scoot our fireflies off there for a minute. So now I'm just gonna go back through. This one is just really giving me a hard time, isn't it? Take my time here and put a little bit of adhesive all the way on it so the little backs don't fall off. And then I'm just gonna adhere it right down the center of that seam between the dark green and the light green. Okay, line that up. And there we go. Okay, let's put our bees back on. We'll have one up here. And turn him into a firefly. And then one will come off of this way. And then maybe one, I think it was going up this way. And then this one was gonna go right here. Let's turn him like that. And then the last one will be toward the bottom. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we'll adhere the little bee to the yellow dot. Okay, we want to line his body up. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take them off again and put some more adhesive on the whole thing. Okay, so now this one, let's grab our stickers, because what they did on this one was they used some stickers from the sticker sheet. They used the one that says Sounds of Spring. They used the purple flower, and they did something like that. And they use some of this leaf, which to me looks just like a sprig of cilantro. That's a California girl coming out, isn't it? Okay, some cilantro right there, and then they put the whole thing on underneath the purple flowers right here. Like that. And I think what I'm gonna do is when I put it on, I'm going to pop up some foam tape. So let's grab our foam tape. I actually kind of ripped it a little bit, trying to get it apart here. So it's gonna go like this. And then I'm going to put, okay, so let's move that out of the way. And we are gonna put this like that. I'm not gonna push it all the way down quite yet because I wanna get this next sticker on. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that right like that. Push that up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I got that up on some foam. Looks cute. And then I'm gonna take the last firefly and move him, I think. I think I want him flying upwards like this. There. A little bit different than what they have, but I like it a little bit better. There we go. Let's see how it's gonna look on a page. There's some different pages we can try it on. This is from the collection as well. That's the green one. Let's see what it looks like on this purple one. That's a pretty one. It looks almost like lavender. Ooh, I like that. What do you guys think about that one? And then the reverse side of that is orange. No, I really like it on the lavender so far. Okay, you can either leave like a little bit hanging off like that. Yep, I really like that. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna put it on a piece of 12 by 12 paper. We arrange the photos. So you can do 2 vertical photos right in the center. If we wanted to do it this way and put it at the bottom, you could have just turned that around where it says sounds of spring. You could have them coming out like that. I like it on the side now that I put the words going that direction. So let's put this back. A little bit of purple showing out. I like that. You could do 2 4x6 at the bottom and 1 at the top. Let's see what it looks like with 4x4s. Of course, you just put these into a grid. They would fit perfectly. You can do 4 4x4 photos like that. And if you really like to put some small photos on, you can put 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, but you can, play with the size difference, but you can see that they fit very nicely there. And you can still get 2 4x6 down here as well. So depending on your photos, you can mix and match. Okay, well, there you have it. I hope that you like the border. I hope that you will go and try it out. And let me bring back in the measurements really quickly here for the border. Just to remind you, it's 3 layers, and I named them bottom, middle, and top. And so the bottom was 2 1/4. The middle was 1 3/4. And then that bottom one, remember I switched that actually, and I did 1 1/2 inches. It looked much better, wider. I had it too skinny the first time. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you are inspired to try it out. And if you want to see the other border being done, the one over there on the right hand side, then you can check out my Facebook group tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to do the second border in our workshop Wednesday. So come join me over there, and the link for my Facebook channel is down in the description in the description below. Just click the See More button and you should be able to find it, okay? Well, thank you so much and have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.